The Wonderful Carpet. Once upon a time, there was a queen who loved beautiful things. She paid a great deal of money for many lovely things in her palace. She went about looking for lovely chairs and beautiful curtains, for well-carved chests and splendid pictures. She hunted for gleaming glasses and for shining candlesticks. At last, it seemed as if she could find no more things of beauty. There was nowhere else to look, no other shop to go to. "Well, I will send out a notice to say that I will pay well for any lovely thing that is brought to me," said the Queen. "Then maybe I shall get some wonderful treasures." So she sent out a notice. "A large reward in gold will be paid to anyone who brings me something lovely." Then there came crowds of men and women, and even children, to her palace. One man brought a necklace of carved green beads. Each one was carved in the shape of a flower. But the Queen was tired of necklaces. "I already have 150 different necklaces," she told the man. "I do not want any more." Another man brought a silken cushion, on which had been painted a peacock, so lifelike that it really seemed to move. But the Queen did not like that either. "I have too many cushions already," she said. "The peacock is nicely done, but I do not want another cushion." A woman brought a set of tiny animals, all carved out of wood. They were perfect, and the Queen could see every hair on the backs of the animals. "I have animals carved in ivory that are as beautiful as these," she said. "I want no more." A child brought her a bubble pipe, and she blew her some bubbles. They bounced into the air from her pipe, and the Queen saw that they were all the colours of the rainbow. "See," said the little girl, "I have caught a rainbow in my bubbles. Would you not like to buy my pipe, Your Majesty? And then you could catch rainbows for yourself. It's a beautiful thing to do." "It's only a game for children," said the Queen. "I have a bubble pipe that is made of glass so fine it looks like a bubble itself. I do not want your pipe, little girl." Day after day the Queen saw beautiful things, and she wanted none of them. She grew tired of looking at them, and she even grew tired of looking at the lovely things that she herself had bought. "I did not think I would ever get tired of loveliness," she said. "Is there something the matter with me, that I can no longer find anything I think is beautiful enough to buy and keep?" One day a little man came to see the Queen. He had a sack on his back, which he put down when he bowed himself very low before her. "Have you brought me something beautiful?" asked the Queen. "I hope it's not a chair, or beads, or something painted or carved. I am tired of those things." "I have brought you something so beautiful that no one has ever tired of it," said the little man. He opened his sack and shook out hundreds of little round things all over the floor. The Queen stared at them in surprise. "Do you call those beautiful?" she asked. "I think they're ugly. Oh, this is a stupid joke, little man. I will put you in prison." "Your Majesty, these things I have brought you hold more beauty than any treasure you have in your great palace," said the little man. "More beauty than there is on that wonderful carpet you're standing on?" asked the Queen. The little man looked down at the marvellous carpet. He saw the beautiful pattern and the glowing colours. He nodded his head. "I bring you more beauty than there is in 100 carpets like this," he said. "You could not bring me anything more beautiful than this carpet," said the Queen. "Why, it cost £3,000. "I bring you something that will make you a carpet for nothing," said the little man. A carpet more beautiful than anything you have ever dreamt of. Your Majesty, you think that money can buy all the beauty there is, but I tell you that the most lovely things in the world cost nothing. And one of these I bring you." "Show me the beauty in it, then," said the Queen, growing cross. "I can see no beauty in those little brown things on my carpet." "Your Majesty, you know the wood that lies to the east of your palace," said the little man. "There are trees there, but little grows beneath them. Bury these things I have brought you. Bury them in that wood, a few inches below the ground, and I promise you that when May time comes, you will have a carpet more beautiful than any you have ever seen." The Queen was puzzled, and a little excited. Perhaps the little man was talking about a magic carpet. The Queen had never bought anything magic. She hoped the little man's carpet would be enchanted, full of magic. "I will do as you say," she said. "I will bury these little brown things in the ground, and I will wait until May time. Then I will go to see this wonderful carpet you have promised me. But, little man, if I do not think it is wonderful, if I do not find it more beautiful than the carpet you are now standing on, I shall put you into prison for the rest of your life." "Your Majesty, if you do not tell me that the beauty I bring you is worth more than all the treasures in your palace, then I will gladly spend the rest of my life in prison," said the little man. He went away. The Queen called her servants and gave them the strange little round things. "Put them back into the sack and take them to the bare wood that lies to the east of my palace," she said. "Bury them a few inches below the ground and leave them." The servants did what the Queen commanded them. It was autumn then. The winter came later, with snow and frost. Then came the spring, and the Queen remembered what the little man had told her. "It is April now," she thought to herself. "Soon it will be time to go and see this wonderful carpet that the little man promised me." Now, the little brown things that the man had brought to the Queen were bluebell bulbs. When they were buried in the wood, they sent out small roots to hold themselves down firmly. They lay quietly there all the winter. When the springtime came, the bulbs sent up long leaves that looked as if they had been folded in two, for there was a crease all the way down the middle. Then the sun shone warmly, and the spikes of flowers began to push up. Up and up they grew, and one day hundreds of them began to open out into bluebells. Bells that hung down the green stalk, looking as if they might ring at any moment. The flowers were a most wonderful colour. More and more of them opened, until the wood looked as if a carpet of shimmering, gleaming blue had been laid there. They swung gently in the wind, and sent out a delicious scent. The Queen came walking to the wood to see the carpet that the little man had promised her. She saw the sheets of bluebells in the distance, beautiful to see. She smelt their sweet scent. She saw how the flowers changed their colour as they swung a little in the wind and the sun. "So, this is the carpet," she said. "A carpet of bluebells. It looks like a blue lake, a blue shimmering lake, and it is made of flowers." She stood and looked for a long, long time. Then she heard a voice, and she saw the little man standing beside her. "Well, Your Majesty," he said, "do you not think I was right? Is not this carpet more beautiful than the one you have in your palace? It costs nothing, and it is a beauty that everyone can share. It is not put into a palace and kept for a few to see." "Little man, you are right," said the Queen. "I love beautiful things, but I have always thought that those I paid much gold for must be worth the most. But this carpet of bluebells is the loveliest thing I ever saw. Give me some more beauty like this, little man, and I shall be happier than I have ever been before." The little man was pleased. He took the Queen to a nearby field and showed her the golden sheets of buttercups, stretching as far as the eye could see. He took her to the hills and showed her the dancing cowslips, nodding their pretty heads in the wind. He took her to the lanes and showed her where the hawthorn lay like drifting snow across the hedges. "Lovely, lovely, lovely," said the Queen. "Anyone can have my palace treasures now. These are more beautiful than anything I can buy. Oh, little man, tell everyone to find these things and be happy." "Well, we will, won't we? We won't buy treasures and store them away for ourselves, but we will find buttercup fields and daisy banks, cowslip meadows and bluebell woods. And we will store them away in our minds, so that we can always see them there whenever we want to."